as we've built out the SAM 2.0 platform, there's actually other areas that we use objectives. So maybe we go into a contact and we can actually show an example. A really good one would be within my contact card, if you go there. So the really cool thing about the SAM 2.0 platform, we have an all-in-one CRM. We have contact as well as property information stored in this database. But other CRMs, traditional legacy CRMs, they're going to just store that data. They're holding it for you. It's no different than the Rolodex that we had in the 80s, right? And if you're asking, I wasn't around in the 80s, so I don't know. It's a royal we. But if you actually scroll down, there are what we call personal details. And so this is a really cool thing, because a behavior that I observed at the previous company that I worked at is a lot of agents are already gathering these details, right? And as you guys are building relationships with your people, as you're learning about them, you're throwing these into your CRM. But if you think back, these legacy CRMs, they're just storing this data. And then oftentimes it's stored behind like 3 or 4 drop downs and it gets lost. So even if you did think ahead of time to put it in there, now you got to go find it. Oh gosh. And then once you find it, you have to do something with it. Well, I think that being in the relationship business, this is a customer relationship management software, a CRM. Surely the software can be helping us manage these relationships. And luckily, like you were talking about, the modern power of SAM being an AI-powered system from the ground up, what that means is at every single step in the process, AI can be used to help you be better at business. So right now, we're in my contact card. I like to train a martial art called Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I've received 1 promotion, so I'm a blue belt. Doesn't really matter, but that's a really interesting personal detail that you guys have now learned about me. And you also learned that I'm gluten-free. It is an allergy, kind of a bummer, but if you have pasta tonight, just think of me and don't forget to remember what you have, right? So all of these different things, maybe they're likes, dislikes, maybe they're goals or hobbies or details about their family. They can be added into that personal details section. The other thing that you can add right under it is the priorities. This would be where you could start putting different priorities that this person has in life. I oftentimes use this in regards to the home buying process, right? So my dream home is probably a 3-bed, 2-bath. I love the mid-century style. And my girlfriend has a dog, so we would need a fenced-in backyard, love a patio, especially if it's got a screened-in porch. Now, all of those priorities, as we were communicating, you probably were taking note of. And so now you have a list of things that you can help in our home search to really zoom in on this. So now that we have all this information, we can actually go back up to the top and we can do a couple of things with it. Either A, one of those automated routines, which we can dive into next, are going to use an objective, but you can actually click into this email and you could create a custom message inside of SAM using an objective. So over here on the left-hand side, we have this little SAM AI button. We call it the shimmers. If you have a better name, feel free and throw it into the comments section, but it's going to ask for an objective. So we already pre-wrote this one out just so that we didn't have to waste your time. But imagine this. The goal of this specific message is to help me during my birthday have a great birthday. That's a pretty good goal, right? And so this message is going to be write a new message for your birthday using 2 or 3 details from that personal details list. So now maybe you're getting that connection. Sam is helping by giving a little like high five tag in moment in the wrestling match that is driving a world-class client experience, driving the best experience that you can for the people you work with. Now, these experiences oftentimes mean that they're going to share about you. These are the things, the little tiny touches that are so great that they end up posting on their social media about you, drives additional business. This is the easiest way to have to stop paying for leads, because then you've got what we call repeat referral business coming in through that kind of pipeline. So the more we can focus on building out these world-class client experiences, the better off we are.
Exactly.
So Sam is going to reference those personal details in this contact. Now, we wrote this as a prompt that can kind of attack at two different ways. So let's assume we run Mark's card. Mark doesn't have any personal details. Apparently, I don't know anything about you. And so Sam could reference 3 to 5 fond wishes that would share with a professional colleague or friend, right? So just in case, Sam can double back, make sure it's something great. Now, that is because this could be used in a routine that might not specifically be going to me, but it would pick up on me, right? So I wrote this so that it could be sent to one person, me, at this moment, or 100 people, and they would all receive a personalized message referencing details in their personal details section, or if they don't have it, just 3 to 5 fond wishes that are pretty nice. And then once you have that, you're just going to share some pleasantries based on that personal details section that they could enjoy during the day. This is kind of how I think of the objective of wishing someone a really great birthday. And this is something that I kind of apply in my own life to help my friends out.
And this draws to the point that I originally set was, okay, if you have an assistant and you tell them, hey, write a message to my clients, what is he or she going to write?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a very vague. What your objectives needs to be is much more detailed. And while that's good and bad, I mean, it is a little bit longer, but what it does is it gives the instruction much broader or much more precise, actually, a definition of what you really want that's much clearer, and it will create something much better from that. So if I just said, write a message, it'll write a message, but it won't be what I want. This tells me, hey, I want a birthday. I want to use the personal details. If I don't have personal details, use some fond wishes of some sort, make it professional, you know, for colleagues or friends, and share one pleasantry if that's the case. So
that's the goal.
That's the goal.
So from here, let's go ahead and we hit submit. Sam's going to take a stab at writing this personal message for us. And now, subject line, happy birthday. And we're using a merge field. I like to demonize merge fields because historically, the last 30 years, the merge field has kind of been the gold standard for personalization. And they go, oh, I used dear and then a merge field that says contact's first name. So it would read when I received it, dear Cody. And then they would like high five themselves and they would move on with their day because they sent a personalized message. But I don't believe that that's actually personal. I believe when we start focusing on things like this, this is how we get those personal ones. So on behalf of the Workflow Secrets team, I want to wish you happy birthday. We nailed that. And as we celebrate you today, I want to share a few fun facts about you that make you super unique. You're Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu blue belt. That's impressive. You're an avid coffee enthusiast. You prefer dark roast. Cheers to that. You love sharing videos for demo day. We can't wait to see what you are going to create next. So is it using those things? Absolutely. It's actually kind of just copy pasting them, but it's making a little fun quip about each of those at the end of that. And because these are probably things that we didn't actually know that we shared with you, that's kind of fun that Sam's able to kind of call attention to those things. So now imagine I received this on my birthday. I'm going to say, oh, wow, that was really thoughtful. That's really cool how they've listened to me and how they've learned about who I am. I feel heard and seen, and that's going to be a really great world-class client experience.
Yeah, it's, wishing a well thing here for, making sure that you have some of your delicious dark roast coffee.
And I did, absolutely. Cheers to that. It's not even my birthday.
Once again, happy birthday from all of us at Workflow Secrets. We're grateful to have you part of the community. This, again, is it what you would want? Maybe, maybe not.
Yeah.
But that's where you go in and you make your additions and changes and stuff.